Well, hello, Fast Trackers in the first year of Fast Trackers, and welcome to the latest podcast. Sorry I didn't get one out for you last week, but this week we're going to cover the weeks of April 9th and April 16th. And Fast Trackers, I know you're going to need this at this point in the semester. My advice to you, hang in there. Spring is coming soon. All of the snow will melt and the flowers will grow because spring will have sprung and sproinged and boinged. Yes, it's spring. And here is your new theme song. Thank you, Tiny Tim, for those wise words. Yes, soon enough we will all be tiptoeing through the tulips. But first you have to survive the last weeks of the semester. So if you have not already done so, please go and get your calendar or your agenda or your phone or your list of assignments, and let's dive right in. So first we are looking at the week of April 9th. The first thing I will bring to your attention is that the presentations in the lab are still going on. Prop boxes are all done, but the presentations in the lab are ongoing. So if you are presenting on the 9th of April, make sure you're ready for all of that with all of your props and materials and your strategies as well. The next thing I will draw your attention to is for my art course. Please read chapter 11. Only a couple more chapters to read for art, so please keep up and read chapter 11. For my health course, on the 10th of April, the nutrition case study is due. That is worth 20% of your final grade. Some people have asked for extensions on that. If you think you will need an extension, send me a Mayo. I'm giving until the 16th, but without an extension, it is due on the 10th of April, 20% nutrition case study. Also for my nutrition course on the 10th will be the first group meetings for the snack prep assignment. So attendance is very important on that day. Bring your apron as usual. Bring your hairnet or your bandana. And cleanup crew number 2 is going to be swinging into action. So look for your name on the board if you are part of cleanup crew number 2. And there will also be an in-class assignment on the 10th, which is worth 2.5% of your final grade in health. All right, Carmelina reminds us all that attendance in the safety course is very important, so please attend class, and that in-class assignments are ongoing in safety, so make sure you go to that class every week. In play on Wednesday, the 11th, you will be learning about writing developmental objectives, very important topic. And then on Friday, you will have a related assignment on Friday the 13th, an in-class assignment on writing developmental objectives, and that is worth 5% of your final grade in play. Also in art for your AM lab, there will be a team event. So no studio that week, but there will be a very exciting team event. I won't tell you any more about it. I'll let them advertise their own event. And so on Friday next week, there will be no art studio, but there will be a fun team event instead. And then also remember that attendance on Fridays in your first aid class is mandatory if you want to get certified in first aid, which you do because you need that to go out into Practicum 1. So please attend all of the first aid classes on Friday and bring your manual. All right, let's now look at the week of April 16th. Again, more presentations in the lab. So if that's your group, make sure you're ready for that. You have a busy day on Monday, the 16th of April. You have a test in sociology, test number 2, and that is worth 20% of your final grade, followed by your second test in child development, and that is worth a whopping 35% of your grade. So time to start studying for that, I'm afraid. In my health course, it will be the second group meeting for the snack prep assignment on Tuesday the 17th. So attendance again, very important. You will also want one group member to print out the document pack for that assignment. I will be reviewing the assignment, so all this will become more clear, but you need to bring the documents. One group member needs to bring the document pack on the 17th. And then cleanup crew number 3 will swing into action. So again, check the board and make sure that your name is there. And if it is, stay behind and clean up. So fun. All right, and then on Friday in art, Friday the 20th, there is again a team event. So no studio again on Friday the 20th. All right, also bring your manual to first aid. Just a reminder there. Speaking of art, I have some photos of some recent adventures in the art course. So here's some foot painting, of course, ending up with somebody in the sink. Here are some artists and their materials. Some more foot painting, and again, an artist in the sink. That's how that seems to work. Here are some of you fast trackers doing your art. And then here are some photos of the Mobile Art Center that we created a couple of weeks ago. So the proud creators of the Mobile Art Centers. Looking good, ladies. As always, remain calm and breathe through the nose. If you have any advice, tips, suggestions, words of wisdom to pass along, let me know and you could become a podcast star. As always, post your comments on YouTube. You can always get a full transcript of any podcast by clicking on transcript. And of course, stay tuned for the next announcement, because that will mean that a new podcast has been uploaded just for you, first year fast trackers. That's it for me. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks. Bye.
Is that good?
Yes. Perfect.